guys, today we want to talk about 5 figures that we regret buying.
I'm Kyoko.
And I'm Zafira. The first figure is the Johnny Silva pop-up parade.
We both love Cyberpunk and we love Johnny as a character.
And we love Keanu.
Obviously. But the pop-up parade just didn't live up to the promotional pictures and to our expectations.
I mean, he wasn't expensive, so it's kind of okay, but it's just not it.
No. Everybody's better off buying the Nendoroid instead.
Definitely. Although I really would love to have a figure that in his normal proportions,
yeah.
Not the Nendoroid, but I don't think the other figures are better.
Yeah. Except the very expensive resin stitches.
Yeah, that would be a bit too much.
Yeah. I think he looks okay when he's up there in the corner on his shelf, but up close he doesn't
It's
look
really
too good.
the face.
Yeah.
It looks kind of like 3D printed. It looks super weird, and yeah, his neck is very thick. In German we say Stirnacken. This is kind of a regret. The next figure I can't show you because I don't own him anymore, and it was the Nendoroid from Connor from the game Detroit Become Human. And this is actually kind of sad because I really loved the game and the character. He was one of my favorite characters from the game. And he was my favorite character from the game. But the Nendoroid, it just didn't do it for me. I mean, I bought him obviously because I love the character in the game. But when he arrived, I was, I don't know, kind of disappointed. He looked cute, but in the end, he kind of looked boring as well.
Yeah.
I don't know, the character designs are not great and over the top, which is okay. But I don't know, I think in Nendoroid form, it just didn't...
I think another problem was that he released much later than the game. I think if the game would have been more freshly in our minds, you probably would have loved the Nendoroid more.
Maybe. He got it delayed, I think, delayed very often or for quite some time. Yeah, so that's why I decided to sell him, and I didn't regret selling him. I only regretted buying him. So, yeah, although as I said, I love the character, but sometimes this happens, even if you only buy characters you really love, which we usually do. Sometimes just when the figure arrives, it doesn't really click.
Yeah.
And that's the case with the Connor Nendoroid with me.
Next figure is pretty much the exact opposite from Connor, and it's this Ririccio Beach Queen figure. The figure looks awesome for Beach Queen, very nice quality and stuff.
She's from Secret Service?
She's from Secret Service, and I don't remember anything about the anime anymore. I watched it and I think it was good, otherwise I would have bought the figure, but I can't remember anything. It really didn't stick with me at all. I think the lesson learned here is if you want to buy figures from an anime, maybe wait a few weeks or months if you really enjoy the show, and don't buy figures directly after buying them, watching the show.
But overall the figure is very nice.
Yeah, that's true.
The Beach Queen figure, the bases are not the best, but the quality of the Beach Queen figures I really like.
Yeah, of course. And I think it matches her character as much as I remember from her character, but it's just a very plain figure, and as I mentioned, I don't have any emotional connection to her, which is sad. Maybe I should watch the show again. I don't know. That's the story behind her.
So, the next figure on my list actually is of a character again, which I really love.
And a really great show as well.
And a really great show. And it is the Gojo Satoru from Jujutsu Kaisen by Mega Host. The story behind this one is that I bought the Megumi from Kotobukiya and totally forgot that they are going to make Gojo as well. And since I have Megumi, I of course needed Gojo because I love them both. And there weren't many Gojo options back then. And I really liked the pose and everything of this figure. But then he got his promo pictures. No, not promo pictures, but final product pictures where people have already bought him. And I saw the huge ass base. This base is insanely big.
It's pretty much as big as the box.
And I haven't opened him yet. And I probably won't because I'm going to sell him sooner or later. But although I'm really tempted to open him up and look at him because the sculpt and everything looks nice, but the huge base is totally turns me off.
Yeah.
I hate it. And what also is kind of stupid, but wouldn't bother me at all, is that he does have a exchangeable hat without his mask, whatever. And they didn't paint his eyelashes white. They made them black.
Yeah.
Which is weird because, as we all know, he does have beautiful white lashes. Yeah, in the end, I remembered, or more or less,
I told her about the Kotobukiya Gojo.
Kotobukiya is going to make the Gojo, which is way cheaper than this one, because another thing why I regret him is he was way too expensive. I don't know why. I bought him. It was just like
you really overpaid.
I totally overpaid. And now they throw him at you at every corner because nobody wants him. Like myself. It was a stupid mistake. I really regret this purchase. Although I really like the sculpt and everything, I'm very tempted to open him up and look at him. But scale-wise, he doesn't fit with my Megumi. He's much smaller than 1/8, than the usual 1/8, which is kind of a bummer. And his huge base is too.
Yeah, the base is awful.
It's so ugly. That's the story behind this one. Could slap myself for buying him. Do you know when your brain just shuts down and you do stupid?
It was the hype train, I think.
It was absolutely the hype train.
Next time you ask me before you buy some random figures.
That's our running gag. Before I purchase new figures, I always ask her, is there another better figure?
Next figure I regret buying is the Taya from Fire Emblem from Goods My Company. But obviously this one isn't from Goods My Company, it's a bootleg version of her. And the story behind her is, it was actually the first figure I ever bought because I played Fire Emblem Awakening and I loved the game and I wanted merch so badly. So I saw her figure on Amazon and I was like, oh, it's just $50. That's so much cheaper than her usual price. I'm going to buy her. Yeah.
Little did you know that there was a thing called bootleg figures.
Yeah. So she arrived and I was absolutely happy when she arrived because I didn't have any point of reference how a good figure has to look. But yeah, so I kind of regret buying her because she's a bootleg. She looks okay from far away, at least her face isn't
For
shiny.
a bootleg figure, she has somewhat of a decent quality.
But yeah, she has ugly seam lines and the paint job is not really great, especially on the books. And she falls apart. I had to glue her black back on and stuff like that. Obviously not the kind of figure I would buy anymore. But the positive thing about her is that she got me into the hobby and Zafira as well. So I regret buying her for being a bootleg, but I'm obviously happy that I bought her because otherwise I wouldn't be into figure collecting at all. Don't buy bootleg figures.
So these were the 5 figures that we totally regret buying.
Which figures did you regret that you bought? Let us know in the comments and see you in the next video.
Bye!